Welcome back to the program. It's still Good Morning Abuja, showing on NTA Channel 5, Abuja, the Unity Station. Yes, it's time to meet another guest. This time around, I have a jack of all trades, master of all. He is a student from Benue State University. He's an author, a teens coach, and a fashion designer. Join me as I make welcome Gabriel Ubehu James. Good morning, Gabriel.
Good morning, ma.
How are you today?
I'm doing fine, ma.
Okay, so only you, all these.
Yes, ma.
Are you sure you're not distracted?
I'm not distracted, ma.
And you're coordinating, well coordinated in your school.
Yes, ma.
You're making your papers well.
Yes, ma.
Good, getting good grades.
Yes, ma.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma.
All right, I trust you. So thank you so much for coming to the studio this morning.
Thank you so much, ma.
So now we're going to be talking about digital
Literacy.
literacy.
Yes, ma.
I'm so sure some people don't know what it is. Tell us about it.
Okay, according to the American Library Association, ALA, they define digital literacy as the ability to use technology to find, to evaluate, and to create and to develop information and to communicate. That's what they define digital literacy as.
Okay.
Yes, ma.
So, of what importance is it to us in this 21st century?
Now,
Do you think we need it in this 21st century? Of what importance is it to us?
yes, we need it in this 21st century because it's very important. Now, we live in a global world and technology has made the world integrated into one, whereby there is no fence in the world system now. So the importance of digital literacy enables us to be able to understand how digitalize, how to use technology as a whole. Because it's so unfortunate that most people don't know how to make use of the digital space and how to make use of the device and all that. So one of the importance of digital literacy is that it enables individuals, first of all, is to create job opportunity for individuals. And that is one of the most importance of digital literacy.
Okay, so you've talked about creating jobs. Now, I want us to look at how it helps people personally in terms of their upgrading themselves, in terms of them upgrading themselves, and in terms of their jobs.
Okay.
Does it have any value?
Yes, it do.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It does, yes?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so tell us about it.
Okay, now, there are people who don't learn with just basically words. They learn based on video. And now with the help of YouTube, it has enabled some people who cannot go in the four walls of a classroom to learn. They can stay in the comfort of the house and learn how to make anything they want. Like this bomber jacket I am putting on now, it wasn't from a shop, from my boss shop, I learned how to make it. It's from through the YouTube. I sat down, get the video from there, and I was able to learn it with the help of a YouTube. So with digital literacy, anyone can learn anything and upgrade himself without going physically to that particular place.
This means that very soon they're going to displace a lot of people who, like, for instance, you learned how to do this on YouTube.
Yes, ma'am.
So you didn't have to go to a tailor.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So very soon, tell us to start. Will not have work in their shops, Abi.
Probability of is very slim. Probability is very slim.
So you made this yourself?
Yes, but I have the experience before. So if you don't have the experience,
Okay.
you cannot go on and learn this because I've started learning it immediately after my GS3. So I have the experience. So among all the experience I have to go on and learn this because my boss cannot sew this and all that.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now tell us, you've written a book.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it your first book?
My first paper book.
Oh, first paper book.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means you have other
Yes,
ebooks
yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. So tell us a little about this book.
Okay, basically the importance of digital literacy, because on my phone I used to write this.
Wow.
My phone, I type it with my phone because I don't have a
Your
system.
phone must be what kind of phone do you use?
I use Techno Spark 4. Just
Spark 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't you hear the name? Spark 4. It is really sparking. So tell us about it.
Okay, basically the book is just about a research I took. I studied over more than 20 biographies of great individuals on the surface of the earth. It was the book.
Great individuals.
Yes, on the surface of the earth, both around the world.
So my name will be there.
Amen. Amen. I studied about them. I found that most of them started very young. I study Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Bishop David Oyedepo, Carl Benz, the one that made Mercedes-Benz, and so on. I study all of them, Pele, Cristiano Ronaldo. They started very young. I can give a brief biography of them, just a pinch of them, of 20 of them right now, but because of time's sake, I will not do that, of how they started very young. So because of that, I find that Africans, we don't have great individuals whose success are lasting, whose success are generational, whose success are, there are very few. They are a pinch. Because now in African, when the individual is not there, his legacy is no more, it dies. But if you study great individual outside this African, you find that the legacy still continue to live. Like my mentor, Dr. Masmuron, I studied about him. He started very young at the age of 14 from Bahamas. He started very young, and now he's no more alive, but his legacy is keep, yes, exactly. That is how it is. So the book basically talk about how teenagers in Africa specifically can start whatever they want to do in life early. The main essence is early. A Bible lecturer of mine bought a copy of my book. He taught us, he lectured us on psychology, one particular course like that. And when he was lecturing us on adolescence, he mentioned that most of the people who get engaged in drug addicts were at the adolescent stage. We were the adolescent stage. So the essence of this book, for young people to start very young.
So in other words, those that didn't have the opportunity to start young, it's too late for them?
It's not too late for them, but they will have to put more energy and effort. Just like now, if I'm to plant a corn in a rainy season, it's very easy. Just throw the seed. Rain will make it grow. But if I'm to plant it during the dry season, I will have to go there daily, Monday. I will go there in the morning, per se, and even pouring water. And it requires time and energy towards that.
Okay, so now let's talk about how can digital literacy enhance problem solving and critical thinking skills.
Okay, like now, how can digital skill and literacy? Now, one of the things of digital literacy is that it helps us to be able to buy from the ideology of other people. Like now, I've not seen Dr. Masmuron face to face, but his video through the help of digital literacy has enabled me for me to have this mindset on doing things. So with the help of digital literacy, you're able to buy from the ideology or from the thinking pattern of people of great mind around the world. People like Mark Zuckerberg, with the help of digital literacy, you can buy from his ideology, how he was able to create a social app that is worldwide. It's one of the apps that have the most people in it. It's just like a country on its own. Wow. It's also a country on its own. So with digital literacy, an individual can be able to buy from the ideology of other great minds around the world. Other great men like Warren Buffett. Like now, if someone that wants to go into business, they can buy from the ideology of Warren Buffett on investing and all that. So one of the important is that it helps us to buy from the ideology and from the mindset of great minds around the world.
Okay, so now let's talk about how it has transformed industries in Nigeria, especially. Can you tell us more about that?
Okay. Now, how did that transform?
How digital literacy has transformed industries in Nigeria.
Okay. Now, digital literacy has so much transformed the industry. Now, gone are the days whereby we tend to use like the normal typewriter that we all know. Gone are the days. Exactly.
That still exists.
It's very hard to see it now. I've not seen it.
I can't remember when I saw it.
Exactly. I've not seen it. Now, with the help of digital literacy, you were able to now stay with just a system without those noise and all that stress, and you able to type and all that. So it has transformed the way which system or organization operates. That transformed the way organization now operate and upload things now. Now, gone are the days whereby if you want to send something to someone in Lagos, you have to wait for a long while for it to get to Lagos. Now with your Gmail, you can send it in to someone, which as a result of digital literacy. So
okay, I know I want you to give a word of advice to our young ones, but then I also want to know how do you think schools and educational institutions can play a role in fostering this digital literacy as fast as possible, especially to those schools who already are not into it? What ways do you think they can be involved?
Okay. Now we live in Africa whereby these things are not taking value. They are not like if a father sees his daughter or his son inside a room with a phone, he
We should
tag the person. Yeah,
that is
exactly.
true.
And now at some point it is wrong for them to do that, but at some point it is right. Because now I know of a
Depending on what they are using the phone for.
depending on what they're using it for. I know of a teenager, they just finished from secondary school, they do animation with their phone. And these guys are not interacting with Africans. In TikTok, they have over 33K followers. They are twin. One of the brothers have 70K followers. One of the other brothers have 33K followers. Now he's making his own money from the comfort of his father's house. I tried to interact with him. He said that he makes 50,000 on a randomly in a month. And they're not up to 18 years
50,000
old.
what?
50,000. I mean, they transfer it to Naira.
50,000 naira.
Yes,
Okay.
they transfer it to Naira because he does the animation for people outside Nigeria. So they all send the money to him and he convert it. So with the help of that, if the school system can try and imbibe like coding into the school system, website developing,
I think most schools are doing that now.
some schools are not doing that. Yeah, most schools are doing it, but like, it's for the advanced schools.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for coming around.
Thank you.